Well, my next guest is joining me from Melbourne. His name is Peter Freebairn. He's got a really good album out, and I'm really happy to say he's joining me on the phone now. Hello, Peter. Thanks for joining us on Connect FM in Sydney.
Hey, John. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
It's a beautiful album. It's very retro sounding, but it's just got a beautiful sound.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a home recording, ironically, in my home studio here at Valley Road. I'm actually sitting in the studio now, but so it was all recorded here. So sound-wise, retro-wise, and the organic side of it, I think it was just how I sort of kept it here. Had to do it all myself and kept it real, just through lack of equipment in a way. I mean, it's a decent studio from a recording sense, but not like state-of-the-art. So there's a lot of things I had to sort of do. Not like the Beatles' old stuff, but where they had just 8-track recorders. But I certainly was limited with the facility. But yeah, thank you. I'm glad. Retro is it's a compliment for me. It's sort of where my songwriting sort of seems to sort of steer a lot of the direction goes that way. So I'm glad it's come out sounding retro, which is great.
Yeah, I've listened to. Well, I've been playing them since your singles came out. I think in February the first one was out, and then I think you've released another one after that. And we've been playing them on this show on and off since then. And I've got to say, it's terrific sounding. Now, your background, you've sort of been involved in music since you were really young.
Yeah, I have. Maybe like a lot of musicians might even be listening on your show or whatever. Like, yeah, you got to start somewhere, and I started probably from about the age of 14. I first picked up a guitar, and I was in my first band about 6 months or a year after that. You know, got into bands pretty quick and started sort of having a crack at songwriting, really poorly, of course, because you're just learning the craft at that point.
Yeah.
And playing all your favourite bands, you know. So, you know, at the time, like I was into Van Halen and Status Quo and all these sort of weird, you know, sort of other kind of 70s bands and things. But and then you just move on through that and progress, and then through a few other bands through the 80s, and found a little bit of success in a band called The Wish in the sort of early 2000s, and got a bit of airplay with that, which went really well. And so it's been a journey right through that whole thing, and to where I'm at now, really, with this new album and what I've done, even, you know, from The Wish to now. Like, I've still been songwriting. That's the one thing that I've, you know, as I said, I wrote poorly when I was a kid, and I think it's one of those things when you're interested in something, you develop a passion for it, and I've got better and better at doing all that sort of stuff. So basically, you know, learning your craft, I guess. So and playing instruments along the way, and learning how to do craft those as well. Get as good as you can.
So the album's called Silhouettes and Cigarettes. Is there something there we should get from the name?
It's actually, you know, coming up with a title for an album. First thing that comes to my mind is, okay, I look at all the songs. I look for lyrics and lines in the song that, you know, throughout the whole album, and just see what you can come up with, and things that sort of like are relevant because they're in one of the songs. And that line does come kind of from one of the songs called Silhouette on the album. There's a line in that that's kind of the reverse of that, but. So it certainly lends itself to the whole album. Sort of has this mood to it anyway. And if the artwork that's up on Spotify for the album and on all the platforms, you'll see Kiara Strangers has done a wonderful job on the art, which sort of emulates where and evokes sort of what the album's kind of about too. So it's certainly Silhouettes and Cigarettes.
Yeah, it's on the Facebook page as well, on my Facebook page for the letting people know you are coming on. So I thought we'd start with one of the songs that's definitely been a single. I Get Lucky, I Got You. What inspired that track?
So how would I describe that track?
Yeah, what gave you that naming, and how did you come up with it?
Yeah, so that was. It was just, I do a lot of surfing, and I live in Melbourne, ironically, and I do a lot of surfing, so I have to travel an hour and a half in the car to surf. And I've been doing that since I was a kid. That's my other passion. But so that aside, you know, driving for an hour and a half to the beach, and you just, a lot of the time you've got songs going around in your heads, and there was one particular time when I had that idea going around in my head for that particular song, and it all sort of came pretty quick where I wanted to go with the direction of the song lyrically and all that, and I ended up with I Got Lucky, I Got You, just to evoke that sort of summer feeling of heading to the coast, maybe hanging out at the beach, things like that. And having someone with you, like a love companion or just a friend or whatever, just enjoying life. So that was the inspiration behind that and how it sort of came to be.
Let's have a listen to it here now on Connect 100.9. It's 100.9 Connect FM, Bankstown and Auburn's own, and you can hear us throughout Sydney. And my guest is Peter Freebairn, and we're talking about his great new album, and that one was "If I Got Lucky, I Got You." And I do like that song. And you're right. Now I've got the context. You can actually get that feel of sort of surfing sound from the '60s. I think.
Yeah, it's certainly got a bit of that about it. There's a thing in there called a theremin that's got that old Beach Boys sort of vibe to it, which I remember when we were producing it in the studio, we came across that town and it was like, we all looked at each other, that's it, that's what we want to put that in, to give it that sort of thing.
Well, it's definitely given it that theme. It's great. Yeah. Now we're going to, I think your current single's Crazy Love, is that right?
Correct, yeah. Crazy Love is, it's just been released, and the next single, and yeah, we're hoping to get some big things from Crazy Love. It's already getting some airplay around the place, which is really good. And yeah, we'll see how we go. But it's everybody. I remember when I brought that song to the Michael, who helps me at the record company, and I said I really like this song, and he heard it and listened to it. He really liked it, and everybody when they hear it, they like it. So we sort of thought it's probably the next single for us in that sort of way. We just get a good reaction when we play it live. We get a good reaction when people hear it. You know, sometimes you can hear a song for the first time and you don't quite get it. 2 or 3 times later, you get it. This song, you seem to get it straight away, or most people do anyway. And that's probably the main reason that we've gone with this song as our next single, Crazy Love.
Well, let's listen to it here on Connect 100.9. We'll talk back to Peter in a sec.
Got a sunrise, got a summer day to dream about, for sure. But I got no colors on me, don't mean that much to you. Guess there's nothing here for me, baby. Forget the words, no need to leave, just wait and see. You can't lean on me. Standing at the crossroad of the life we had, alone and free. Can't believe this crazy love is over now. No one kiss, it's over now. How many times can 2 people be so wrong? We can't work it out, for sure. Thing, nothing clear is true. We're just falling out, baby. Every dream, every fortune, that was one we gotta leave. We can't hold on. Here's to love and understanding. Here's to hope, feeling secondhand. This crazy love is on.
Drilling in the Years. I'm John Deering. This is Connect 100.9. My guest is Peter Freebairn, and we're talking about his album called Silhouettes and Cigarettes, and we just heard Crazy Love, which is his current single, and it is a cool song. I can see why people like it.
Yeah, thank you. It's interesting how songs get written, you know, but that one was written while I was brewing beer. Which is ironic. There's a lot of downtime when you brew beer. I know it sounds weird to write a breakup song and you're brewing beer, doing something like that, but there's a lot of downtime, and a lot of time I just sit there with my guitar while I'm waiting for things to boil and everything, and songs just come into your head, and you might be working on one, but that's where the bones of that song sort of came to me while I was doing that. So interesting. I just thought I'd throw that in because it's quite a weird thing, really.
Absolutely, but there's always a way that when people write songs, they either wake up in the night, write notes in a notebook, or driving in a train or something, and they see something out the window and go, that would be a good song. It's just amazing how people come up with names and especially parts of songs.
Yeah, and I think it's you can be doing one thing with your body and your mind's doing another thing, and that's where I can be doing things like, I relate to it like when you drive a car here, you can automatically go through lights when they're green and stop when they're red when you're not even thinking about it, because you're using different parts of your brain. I think that happens to me with songwriting. I'll be writing a song like while I'm doing other things, and then that kind of happens as well.
Yeah.
That's why I can brew beer and songwrite at the same time.
Well, the album is called Silhouette and Cigarettes, and the next song we're going to play is called Silhouette. Can you tell us about that track?
Yeah, so Silhouette, that's, like as we discussed earlier, that's where we got the title for the album. This is an interesting track. We were talking about where you write tracks and how and they come up with the idea and everything. So Silhouette was a thing that came to me when I was, if you're in bed and you're half asleep but half awake, so you're not asleep, but you're just there, and you've got a song that's sort of going around in your head, and that's where a lot of the lyrics for Silhouette just came out to me in that sort of environment when I was kind of in bed, and then you sort of get up and write a lot of it down, and then when I eventually got to the guitar to get it all out, like I had the guitar on, and then you do a thing called scat, which is with your voice, where you basically sing everything I'd written down and other things. You just start spilling words out and coming up with a storyline and writing it all down. And you've got like your melody and your chords and everything, and then you've got this whole bunch of lyrics, and then you compile them and basically get a really good story out of it, pretty much with what you're trying to say anyway. But it generally doesn't come out as perfectly in one line a story. You've got to go back and work on it, and that's what happened with Silhouette. But it's a very sort of melodic and poetic track, I suppose, and the listener can really decide what they want out of it. It's one of those songs I think people can get. It can mean a lot of different things to different people, basically.
Here it is on Connect 100.9.
Lonely days of love and cigarettes and silhouettes and finding pieces of tomorrow in today. Father love, it's such an energy. Can't get enough love. I gotta find out what you want to me. Don't stop now. Don't stop now. Oh, silhouette. Don't stop now. Don't you leave it on now. Oh, silhouette. Seen falling in the dream as walk to heaven's gate. I just want another day. If it's a last call, I'd give it all and find tomorrow's gold. I don't believe it's too late. My love, don't stop now. Don't stop now. Oh, silhouette. Yeah, I know my way home. Now I know my way home. Oh, this summer your hands already dead. Don't stop now. Don't leave it all now. Oh, oh. I know my way home. I know my way home. Oh.
As we reel in the years, great music from the 70s to now. My guest is Peter Freebairn. We're listening to songs from Silhouette and Cigarettes. So, trying to get my voice around that. I didn't want to say it.
It's a lot to say, isn't it? But,
Can be.
Yeah.
So now, if people want to find out a bit more about you, Peter, where is the best place to find out about your music and about you?
Yeah, so got all the socials are up and running. Like we have your Peter Freebairn music, and if you type that in, there'll be like Instagram and Facebook, and there's plenty of information on that of where we're playing, what we're doing with my band and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
The actual album, if you want to purchase the album, that's on a site called Bandcamp. You can actually purchase hard copies of the album, or you can purchase digital copies of the album. If you've got Spotify and all those other platforms, it's actually on those platforms as well. The whole album is up there. So there's plenty of places to find the music, and with all our socials, there's plenty of places to find out where we're at, what we're doing, what's happening right now. That's pretty well covered with all of that. So if people just type in my name, Peter Freebairn Music, everything will come up on the internet, and you can sort of go from there.
Beautiful. And before we say goodbye, I've got to ask you about Say Goodbye. And I noticed also on the song's got a reprise. Why did we write a reprise after it? Is it just to give you that extra bit of the song?
It's an interesting thing. It's like the first part of it, the How Do You Say Goodbye, that track, like I'd written that track, and then a lot of the time when I record, I keep recording after the song's finished. And Say Goodbye, the reprise, came out after that. I just started playing some more piano, and I still had the microphone set up, and I just went into this zone and started singing more. And I just basically wanted to take the idea deeper than the song. The first song, How Do You Say Goodbye, it's about like people that come and go through your life, and you lose them, and you've got to say goodbye to them, and how do you do those sort of things, and it's difficult. And then I thought with the reprise, it's actually just go further, and what about thinking about all the people that you lose forever, and all that sort of thing. So just to loved ones, and just saying goodbye to all of that side of things. And it gets quite emotive when I think about it. But so the reprise came out like that. It kind of fell out after that. I guess it's the emotional journey that you're on when you're songwriting and everything, and then it snowballs into more things, and you just keep going. And that's how the reprise happened. And it wasn't like I sat down and set out on this album, I'm going to have a reprise of Say Goodbye. It just fell out that way.
Beautiful. Well, mate, it's been lovely chatting to you and sharing your wonderful music across Bankstown, Melbourne, and parts right around Sydney as well. Thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, John, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me. It's been fantastic. Thank you.
So here we go. We're going to go with Say Goodbye and then Say Goodbye reprise on Connect 100.9. This is John Deering. This is Peter Freebairn, and it's from his album Silhouette and Cigarettes.
All of my memories come back around, right to the heart of me, weighing me down. Come back and love me, and don't leave without the words that I've got to say. They're all I have now, all I have now. How do you say goodbye? Can you tell me how? soul, thoughts on the heart of life, and islands of gold. The white people leave, while other ones cry. Now, looking through the years, it's hard to see why. Hard to see why. Why do we say goodbye? So comes a time. How do we say goodbye? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So hard, yeah. So hard, just to be free. How do you say goodbye when you don't want to say goodbye? No, no, no. How do you say goodbye? How do you say goodbye? I don't wanna know. No damn good reason why. Just gotta let go. How do you say goodbye? Play the last show. No lights, fading light. No rhymes to make it right. How do you say goodbye? For the last time, I don't wanna know. Don't wanna let go. How do you say goodbye? How do you? How do you say goodbye?
Railing in the years. Connect FM 100.9.